What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to go over some tips on how to do a blurry fade. What we have here is we have the haircut section out already in the 3 to 4 different sections right here. On the bottom we use the shaver, the middle we use the 1.5, and then we use the 4 in that upper area towards the top. The very top's actually number 8. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the clippers with no guard. I'm gonna open it up into a half and I'm gonna start focusing on taking out that bottom line. You see I have the fade already stretched out into different sections. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna give me more room to focus on that blend. I'm really focused on taking out that bottom line. But what it looks like I did is basically made another section right here using my half with the 0 open. And what I'm doing is I'm making a nice section here. I'm using my finger right there to hold the ear down. But you see, I'm making clean lines, making it easy for me to see what I'm doing. Went ahead and did that all the way around the whole head. Going ahead and taking the number 0 now. It's the no guard lever closed all the way. And I forgot to record it, man, but I went ahead and bumped that bottom line out. And you can see it still left another line. What I did was I took my no guard, moved the lever into the middle, and I went ahead and bumped that last line out. You don't want to go up too high here. You just want to really focus on taking out that weight and making sure that the haircut's looking blended as you move up. You see there's another line right here that we're going to get ready to take out. That was a half right there that we just did. We faded from that sub-0 into a half. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that very bottom line out. You can see there's a faint line right there from the shaver into the 0. And I'm using my trimmer now to just bump that line. Like I said, we just faded from that sub-0 into a half. And we still have this line here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my half guard now and fade into this next section, which was a 1.5. So we're gonna use all the guards that we need in between those two numbers from a half into a 1.5. We're gonna use the half guard. As you can see, I got the lever moved in the middle, but you can adjust it as needed. But just go ahead and focus on bumping that line. You're not really focused on making a section here. You're really focused right here on just bumping that line up. Now I know I'm gonna come back in with my number 1, because like I said, we're using all the different guards in between those sections to blend the line away. So I'm gonna come back in here in a second after blending this here with the half guard, and I'm gonna use my number 1. But like I said, you wanna make sure the fade looks like you wanna make sure the haircut looks like it's being faded as you move on to each step. There should be no weight lines left behind. You're only focusing on moving up and fading up these lines. You see I'm using my number 1 here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the lever about halfway and adjust as needed. But I'm focused on just continuing to blend that line out right there without going into that section above that. Here I'm gonna use, this is a beginner tip right here. I'm using a white pencil. I'm gonna go ahead and draw on the C cups to use as a guide for when I'm lining up his C cups. I'm gonna use a comb here to comb his hair back so you can see where the hair is actually coming out of his scalp versus the hair that's hanging over. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my trimmer and cut all that hair right there that's hanging over. Using the corner of my teeth, I'm gonna start my guideline right here. Then I'm gonna come from the bottom of the C cup and drag my way up. You can also push. You see I'm dragging right there, but you can also push right there, as you can see. And try not to, just keep it natural. Try not to push it back. Just keep it very natural, but make it look sharp. And this is what's really gonna bring the whole haircut together. So now we're gonna go ahead and use all the guards in between that half. All the guards between a 1.5 and a number 4. So that's gonna be your number 3 guard and your number 2 guard. I got the 3 on there right now. I'm just focused on taking the weight out, and you can see there's still another weight line in there. Going back, combing the hair, making sure the hair's combed every time I'm cutting to make sure it's cutting consistently. And you can see that last weight line. I'm gonna go back in there with this number 2 here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and bump that line up. So that's about it, man. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like it, share it, give us a follow. You guys got any questions, go ahead and get in the comment section. But if you guys like this, like I said, go ahead and give us a follow, share this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.